And there was a famine in the land, aside from the first famine that had been in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went to Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, to Gerar. And the Lord appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Dwell in the land that I will tell you. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with you, and I will bless you. For to you and to your seed will I give all these lands, and I will establish the oath that I swore to Abraham your father. And I will multiply your seed like the stars of the heaven, and I will give your seed all these lands, and all the nations of the earth will bless themselves by your seed. Because Abraham hearkened to my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my instructions, and Isaac dwelt in Gerar. The men of the place asked about his wife, and he said, 'She is my sister,' because he was afraid to say, 'She is my wife,' because he said, 'Lest the men of the place kill me because of Rebekah, for she is of comely appearance.' And it came to pass, when he had been there for many days, that Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, looked out of the window, and he saw, and behold, Isaac was jesting with Rebekah his wife. So Abimelech called Isaac, and he said, 'Behold, she is your wife. So how could you have said, She is my sister?' And Isaac said to him, 'Because I said, lest I die because of her.' And Abimelech said, 'What have you done to us? The most prominent of the people might easily have lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us.' And Abimelech commanded all the people, saying, 'Whoever touches this man or his wife shall be put to death.' And Isaac sowed in that land, and he found in that year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. And the man became great, and he grew constantly greater until he had grown very great. And he had possessions of sheep and possessions of cattle, and much production, and the Philistines envied him. And all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the days of Abraham his father, the Philistines stopped them up and filled them with earth. And Abimelech said to Isaac, 'Go away from us, for you have become much stronger than we.' And Isaac went away from there, and he encamped in the valley of Gerar and dwelt there. And Isaac again dug the wells of water which they had dug in the days of his father Abraham, and the Philistines had stopped them up after Abraham's death. And he gave them names like the names that his father had given them. And Isaac's servants dug in the valley, and they found there a well of living waters, and the shepherds of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's shepherds, saying, 'The water is ours.' So he named the well Esek, because they had contended with him. And they dug another well, and they quarreled about it also, so he named it Sitnah. And he moved away from there, and he dug another well, and they did not quarrel over it, so he named it Rehoboth. And he said, 'For now the Lord has made room for us. We will be fruitful in the land.' And he went up from there to Beersheba. And the Lord appeared to him on that night and said, 'I am the God of Abraham your father. Fear not, for I am with you, and I will bless you and multiply your seed for the sake of Abraham my servant.' And he built an altar there, and he called it in the name of the Lord, and he pitched his tent there, and Isaac's servants dug a well there. And Abimelech went to him from Gerar, and a group of his companions, and Pichol his general. And Isaac said to them, 'Why have you come to me, since you hate me, and you sent me away from you?' And they said, 'We have seen that the Lord was with you.' So he said, 'Let there now be an oath between us, between ourselves and you, and let us form a covenant with you. If you do not harm us, as we have not touched you, and as we have done with you only good, and we sent you away in peace, so do you now, blessed of the Lord.' So he made a feast for them, and they ate and drank. And they arose early in the morning, and they swore one to another, and Isaac escorted them, and they went away from him in peace. And it came to pass on that day that Isaac's servants came and told him about the well that they had dug, and they said to him, 'We have found water.' And he named it Sheba. Therefore the city is named Beersheba until this very day. And Esau was 40 years old, and he married Judith, the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. And they were a vexation of the spirit to Isaac and to Rebekah.